Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? My name is Blitzwinger, and of course, welcome to another review, or action figure review. And today we're going to be taking a look at the Team Fortress 2 DemoMan, who's of course in his blue colors, because of course in Team Fortress 2, there are two variations on each of the characters, one being blue team, one being red team. So in this case, we're taking a look at the blue team DemoMan. Now, of course, this review is brought to you guys by Superpower Collectibles. These guys are awesome. Of course, if you live in North America, they are especially awesome for you because then you benefit from the fact of getting free shipping by spending over $100. So they're really, really fantastic. They have really cool customer service features like live chat, for example, which is cool. So you get to ask questions live if you have any concerns or something to find out about a product, anything like that. You could do that. They're pre-ordered, just a plethora of different things. They really care about the customer, and that's what I love about them, and that's why, again, I would never speak good about anybody who I didn't feel like I wanted to support, and these guys are definitely worthwhile checking out. So check out superpowercollectibles.com, and let me zoom in for you so you can see how to spell that if you're not sure. There you go. Bam! So, now of course, let's take a look at the package. Now, one thing that I'm super excited about this guy, of course, I'm excited about the figure itself, but the thing I'm excited for is right here. It says, bonus code inside unlocks in-game content. Why doesn't every game do this? Like, for example, why don't the Assassin's Creed figures come with like some sort of a DLC sword or something like that? This is such an awesome idea. They should totally do this. This is so cool. Like, I wish every toy that would come out would have some sort of a tie-in with the game. Then it makes you kind of you know, it incentivizes you to actually go and buy the toy as well, which is really cool. So I love that idea already. We got an awesome Team Fortress logo, of course, the character right here, a nice art for the character. When you flip it right over, you get a nice little description for the character, a little character bio. If I could focus on that, that would be really good. So let me read that for you guys, I guess. Alrighty, so real name Tavish D. Groot. Occupation mercenary, theater of operations, Ullapool, Scotland, UK, or maybe it's Ullapool. I'm sorry if you're from there, or even if you're not from there and I'm just mispronouncing it, I apologize. Trained in explosives, bottle fighting, and alcoholism. Those are very, very good skills to have indeed. Tavish is the last in a long line of demolitions experts. In the long line of demolitions expert De Groot, whose family traditions include blowing up things for money, maintaining fearlessness on the job at all times by being too drunk to understand the risks, and losing eyeballs. No DemoMan worth his sulfur in Clan De Groot has ever had an eye in his head past 30. Okay, that tells you that you do not want to marry into that family. Eager to capitalize on his prime eye having earning years, Tavish nonetheless adheres to a strict moral code when choosing which jobs to take. 1, that he has to be paid for, and 2, that he has to be paid embarrassingly large sums of money for it. And of course, you got all the different squad members of the blue team, and of course, hopefully they'll release all of them and release both red and blue team, depends on really how well the character sells. So we've got Pyro, Engineer, Spy, Heavy, Sniper, Scout, Soldier, DemoMan, and Medic. So there you have it. Of course, we got a nice Valve logo and NECA logo. Logo! Let's get this sucker out of package and take a look at the figure itself. I have got the DemoMan out of package, and before we take a look at the figure itself, let's just zoom on out, take a look at some of the other goodies that come along with the DemoMan. So of course, first off, we've got the nice little art card here that comes along with the DemoMan and also brings you your collectible, or not collectible, your item, complimentary item. I'm gonna keep my finger on that because I think I want to use that. Again, I haven't played Team Fortress 2 yet. Sorry, please don't throw apples and tomatoes at me. But that's something that I want to get around to playing, and on top of that, that is something that I wanted to ask you guys about, was through this video I wanted to ask you if you guys are interested in seeing that. But nonetheless, the one thing that I found kind of interesting is the fact that this is obviously the red team DemoMan, because he's got the red collar. Here he's got a blue collar, so what the heck happened? Why am I getting the card for the red DemoMan when I've got the blue DemoMan? I'm not sure. But nonetheless, let's take a look at some of the other goodies that come along with the DemoMan. So we've got this really, really awesome alcohol bottle that has just XXX on it, and explosions, something you never want to drink. So there you go. Now this is actually stuck together along with his hand, so I'll show you how to do that, how to replace that arm in just a minute. or not arm, sorry, that hand in just a sec, but it is stationary, so you shouldn't try to pull this out. I mean, you could probably tear it out, but you will probably end up just breaking the top of the bottle as well. Now, you might notice some of these white scuffs and stuff like that. That's something that I'm going to talk about that is a bit of a paint concern on the figure. He's got another left, sorry, no, this is a left? Are they both left hands? Yeah, they are. Sorry. These are both left hands. So the left hands have another replacement, and this is to hold the gun, this gun in particular, which is, again, I haven't played the game, so I'm not exactly certain, but it looks like maybe some type of a, it's not a grenade launcher, I don't think, because this one is a grenade launcher, unless if they're both grenade launchers. So it definitely looks like it's got a really high explosive range, because look at that damn muzzle there. That's crazy. That is pretty powerful shots coming out of that. So there you go, you got this gun, and then you've also got the gun that he's currently holding in his hands. So let me just zoom on up and focus on that, and you can see the really cool grenade launcher in his hands here. Now with this gun, unfortunately, first of all, you can see how good the articulation is, that he can hold that, but with this gun, the big thing that is kind of interesting, it looks like it was supposed to, maybe in the design phase, it's supposed to rotate or maybe even open up, but they decided to go against that. I guess it was too much of a complication with that. I mean, it's still really cool looking, and it's also got a really nice size to it, so that's really awesome. Now, as far as the figure itself, careful, please stand. That's the one thing, is my figure has a bit of issues in the ankle. They're very loose. But nonetheless, the figure is really cool. He's got some extra explosives here that he probably loads into one of those guns, so grenades, which is awesome. The jacket, the kind of vest here, the bulletproof vest, is kind of made out of it's not vinyl, but it's like a really soft rubbery plastic. So are the pouches. The pouches are a little bit harder and stuff, but they definitely move a little bit, which is also nice, again, because it doesn't hinder the articulation completely, which is good because he's got a ton of articulation, especially for a NECA figure. You got a nice logo on this side as well as on the opposite side, which is cool beans. So hope you guys can see that. As far as the head sculpt goes, let me just zoom on in for that. It's done really well. I mean, it's definitely a different expression than, let's say, the art card. Like if you could see the art card here, remember that face, and then here's the actual sculpted face. It definitely, like, I'm not sure if I love that grin, but it definitely fits with the kind of maniacal, crazy, explosives expert that DemoMan seems to be. So I definitely think that that's really cool. Whoa! He can't stand because my ankles, not my ankles, but the ankles on my particular figure are a little bit loose for some odd reason. But that's something that is just out of production. As far as the articulation, he can kick sideways really well. He's got a little cut above the thigh there, kind of above the thigh and the hip bone, I guess. Connecting, so I hope you could see that. He's got a nice articulation in the knee. It's actually kind of like a ball joint, so that's really cool. Then right here below, you got another point of articulation up and down and twisting on around. And he's even got a toe joint, which a lot of people really like when action figures have that. I'm personally not a huge fan of it. Like, I'm not like, oh, that means that it's an awesome figure, but I do appreciate it because it helps a lot of really cool kind of dynamic poses. Again, the problem is that the ankles are a little loose, so it kind of doesn't really matter that I have the toe joint because the ankle, as you can see, I mean, it is really kind of all over the place, especially this one. This one is not as bad as you can see. I mean, this one, you see, you actually have to put some pressure on it to move it. But yeah, that's something that is kind of out of the control of, you know, out of your control because you can't test that before getting it out of package. Alrighty, so now as far as the replacing the arms, all you have to do is, or sorry, the hands, all you have to do is just pull it out and stick the other one in. Now, one thing about the, oh sorry, and the elbows are very well articulated, and they've got ball joints in the elbows. The wrists are articulated. I forgot to point that out. I only pointed out the legs. Goodness gracious. And the head is also well articulated. You could do a 360, but again, carefully, because you do not want to constrict against the jacket there as well. So just keep that in mind, okay? Now, other than that, it is pretty much, that's pretty much all I had to say about the figure, except for one little concern about paint. When you start, if you get this guy, when you get him on a package, a lot of the paint flakes at the joints. Like when I started moving these joints, all the white paint flaked all over my fingers. Here, right here, blue paint flaked. Right here, there was like dark blue paint that flaked. There was something else. Oh, I think, yeah, the hands. When I pulled out the hands the first time, there was paint. Here, you see? Right there on my finger. There. That's a hand that I didn't pull out yet. So as you can see, right there, there's paint that flaked off the actual top there. So just don't concern yourself with that. It's just in the joints. It's not the actual paint falling off the figure. Like, it's not on the pants or on the hands. It's, as you can see right there, on the joint only. So again, that's something to just point out. Just wanted you guys to be aware of that. And again, it's something that happened to me, but does not necessarily mean that it is on the entire production run. So I cannot make kind of, you know, overall statement, aggregated statement about the whole line or all of the different figures within the line. But that's something that occurred to me with this figure. So again, let me know in the comment section below if you guys want me to maybe check out Team Fortress anytime soon, maybe do a little short showcase for it. Would definitely not mind to do that for you guys. On top of that, of course, check out Superpower Collectibles and let me know what you think of the DemoMan figure and if you've got him or any of the other figures in the NECA Team Fortress line below. Alrighty guys, have a fantastic day and I'll see you later, alligators.